The story of India's P20 missile doesn't begin on the subcontinent, but rather far to the north, in the depths of the Cold War. It begins in the Cold War-era Soviet Union, a time of intense ideological and military rivalry. The P20 missile, which would later become a crucial part of India's naval arsenal, is a direct descendant of the Soviet P-15 Termit. This formidable weapon was known to NATO as the SSN-2 Styx, a designation that struck fear into the hearts of Western naval commanders. This missile wasn't just another weapon, it was a game-changer, a technological leap that redefined naval warfare. It allowed small, agile Soviet boats, like the Osa-class missile boats, to pose a significant threat to much larger, more powerful Western warships. The Soviet Navy, recognizing its inability to match the sheer size and power of US carrier fleets, strategically focused on developing and deploying long-range anti-ship missiles as a countermeasure. These missiles were designed for deployment on small, fast, and elusive platforms, making them difficult to detect and intercept. The P-15 was designed with simplicity and robustness in mind, making it easily mass-producible and deployable on a large scale. It was engineered to deliver a massive warhead with pinpoint accuracy, designed to cause catastrophic damage to enemy vessels. Its fire-and-forget guidance system allowed launchers to fire their missiles and immediately escape, minimizing their exposure to enemy fire, a huge advantage, especially for small, fast attack boats operating in contested waters. The missile officially entered service with the Soviet Navy in 1960, marking a new era in naval technology. It fundamentally changed the dynamics of naval warfare forever, shifting the balance of power at sea. Its combat debut came during the tense atmosphere of the 1967 Six-Day War, when Egyptian missile boats successfully sank the Israeli destroyer Ain Sailat with P-15 missiles, a watershed moment, as it was the first time in history that a ship had been sunk by guided anti-ship missiles. The sinking of the Eilat sent shockwaves through navies worldwide, prompting a reassessment of naval strategy and technology. It unequivocally proved that even relatively small and inexpensive craft could effectively destroy major warships, challenging the conventional wisdom of naval power. Suddenly, every surface combatant, regardless of size or firepower, was vulnerable to a potentially devastating missile attack. The age of the anti-ship missile had definitively begun, ushering in a new era of naval warfare. And India, with its growing maritime interests, was watching these developments closely, recognizing their potential implications. The P-15's success and impact would ripple across the globe, influencing naval strategies and procurement decisions in nations around the world. It played a pivotal role in shaping naval doctrines everywhere, forcing a re-evaluation of how naval battles would be fought in the future. This is where India's own missile journey truly starts, with the lessons learned from the P-15 shaping its future naval capabilities. After independence, as India embarked on its journey as a sovereign nation, India sought a modern navy, recognizing its critical role in safeguarding the nation's interests. A strong naval presence was deemed essential to defend its vast coastline, a strategic imperative for national security. The 1967 sinking of INS Eilat by Egyptian missile boats proved definitively that guided missiles had eclipsed traditional naval guns in modern naval warfare, marking a paradigm shift in naval strategy. Indian planners realized, with increasing urgency, that anti-ship missiles were now essential for maritime security and maintaining a credible naval deterrent. India's growing partnership with the Soviet Union, a key strategic alliance, opened doors to advanced weaponry and critical technology transfers. In the late 1960s, as part of this burgeoning relationship, India acquired Soviet Osa-class missile boats, a significant upgrade to its naval capabilities. These boats were armed with the formidable P-15 Termit anti-ship missile. This marked a leap in India's naval power, a pivotal moment in its modernization efforts. Now, India could effectively threaten enemy fleets from afar, projecting power across the seas. The new capability was soon put to the test in real-world combat during the intense 1971 Indo-Pakistani War. During the daring Operation Trident, a key naval offensive, Indian missile boats boldly struck Karachi, Pakistan's primary port city, sinking Pakistani warships with devastating precision and crippling vital port facilities, severely impacting Pakistan's naval operations. The attack was a stunning success, a testament to India's naval prowess, achieved without any Indian losses, showcasing the effectiveness of the new missile technology. The P-15's impressive combat record cemented its place as a cornerstone of Indian naval strategy for decades to come. India's hands-on experience with the missile spurred dedicated efforts to master its intricacies, rigorously maintain its operational readiness, and eventually improve upon its original design through indigenous innovation. This laid the crucial foundation for India's ambitious indigenous missile program, marking a new era of self-reliance in defense. To truly understand the P-20 missile program and its nuances, we must first delve into the history and characteristics of its predecessor, the Soviet P-15 Termit. This formidable weapon served as both inspiration and a cautionary tale. The P-15 was undeniably large, a testament to the technology of its era. It was steel-built, a rugged construction choice reflecting Soviet engineering principles. The missile was powered by a liquid-fueled rocket, a powerful engine, but one that came with significant drawbacks. It was robust, yes, but also heavy, and presented a hazardous challenge to handle due to the volatile nature of the fuel. Its guidance system was a sophisticated combination. It used inertial navigation for the majority of its flight, ensuring it stayed on course. This was paired with a terminal active radar seeker, which activated in the final moments to pinpoint and lock onto the target. The missile cruised at a high altitude during its approach. Then, in its final moments, it dove sharply on its target. It carried a massive 500 kilograms warhead, a payload designed to inflict maximum damage. This destructive power made it a deadly weapon. However, its design also made it relatively easy to spot on radar, leaving it vulnerable to various countermeasures. The active radar seeker, while effective, could be jammed by enemy electronic warfare systems. Furthermore, the liquid fuel was not only toxic, but also presented a significant safety risk for the crews responsible for handling and maintaining the missile. Despite these inherent flaws, the P-15 was undeniably revolutionary for its time, marking a significant leap in anti-ship missile technology. Its core design philosophy, emphasizing simplicity, raw power, and ease of mass production, would profoundly shape India's subsequent approach to missile development. Indian engineers, drawing from the P-15's successes and shortcomings, would later strive to address these weaknesses and refine the design in their own indigenous version. In essence, the P-15 served as both a potent weapon system and a valuable learning experience for India's burgeoning missile design community, influencing their path forward. Years of operating the P-15 gave India deep insight into its strengths and flaws. India launched a program to upgrade the missile, not just replacing parts, but re-engineering key systems. The result was the P-20, a weapon with Soviet roots but Indian enhancements. The biggest leap was digital guidance, replacing analog electronics for better reliability and accuracy. A new radar seeker improved resistance to jamming and target discrimination. The P-20 adopted a sea-skimming flight path, flying low over the waves to evade radar and shorten enemy reaction time. Propulsion improvements boosted reliability and range. The P-20 became a uniquely Indian weapon, tailored for the Indian Ocean and a testament to growing self-reliance. Today, the P-20 remains a key part of the Indian Navy, even as newer missiles like BrahMos take center stage. It arms Vidyut-class missile boats, descendants of the Osa class, still vital for coastal defense and patrol. The P-20's sea-skimming attack profile and digital upgrades make it a potent threat in littoral waters. Indian doctrine uses these boats in fast, coordinated strikes, leveraging speed and surprise. Regular exercises keep crews sharp and validate tactics. The P-20 fills a crucial niche, affordable, reliable firepower for coastal defense. Newer missiles handle long-range, high-value targets, while the P-20 ensures smaller vessels remain dangerous. This layered approach maximizes flexibility and deterrence. The P-20's longevity proves the value of India's indigenous upgrade program. Comparing the P-20 to its Soviet ancestor reveals a leap in capability. The P-15's high-altitude flight made it easy to detect and intercept. The P-20's sea-skimming profile compresses enemy reaction time to seconds, making it far harder to stop. The P-15's analog seeker was easily jammed. The P-20's digital seeker resists electronic warfare and improves accuracy. Both carry heavy warheads, but the P-20's guidance ensures more precise strikes. The P-20 can distinguish between real targets and decoys, increasing its lethality. While the airframe is similar, the P-20 is smarter, more survivable, and more precise. It's a sharpened, modernized version of a Cold War classic. The P-20 is proof of India's ability to absorb, adapt, and improve foreign technology. The P-20, born from Soviet design and Indian innovation, is a milestone in India's defense journey. Upgrading the P-15 built expertise that paved the way for advanced indigenous missiles like BrahMos. In the Indian Ocean, the P-20 still deters threats in littoral waters, creating a formidable coastal defense. Its presence forces adversaries to respect India's missile-armed patrol boats. As newer systems arrive, the P-20's philosophy, using small, fast platforms for sea denial, remains relevant. The P-20 will eventually be replaced, but its tactical lessons endure. It stands as a symbol of pragmatic modernization and adaptation. For over 50 years, the P-20 has guarded India's shores, a testament to learning, innovation, and strategic foresight.